is going to try for another Will-O-Wisp. Will it hit? No!
The cricket part will make sense, and you might wonder, well, why did Lacey...
And good evening, trainers, and welcome to another episode of Silph Sports here on Geeklife Live. My name is the Dodd, the streamer you need, but not the one you deserve, and I am joined today by the big pink blob that's usually behind the curtain, but today is behind the desk with a fancy tie to boot. How are you doing today? Up smash!
I am doing amazing, thank you. Thank you very much. I honestly have been playing a lot of Pokemon lately. And I'm getting a bit tired of Series 11. I'm ready to go into Series 12.
Yeah, I feel you.
I mean,
I feel you.
I'm pretty sure the sentiments is all around, honestly.
I think so too. I think that's why the episode is titled today 3 Cheers, because Series 12 is here. Everyone's really super tired of Series 11. It's not a relevant meta. We know that Series 12 is what the big Pokemon competitions that are coming up, the ones that count, are going to be measured in. So yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say that the Series 11 meta has gotten pretty stale. But I'll tell you what, man, I have a Series 11 team that I really like using, and I am really bummed because I don't know how to fit a Calyrex Shadow Rider on here.
Come on,
you
dude,
know?
you can do it.
I gotta figure it out. It's that same Zacian team. I think you saw me use it in ATX VGC in one of their competitions. It was Zacian, Charizard, Eject Button Whim. We've been having a lot of fun with Eject Button Whim lately, and
yeah.
I've been having a lot of fun with it. You've been having a lot of fun making memes about it, which I very much appreciate. So,
honestly, it's been a long time coming. Anyone that plays the Dynamax format is gonna get buttoned sooner or later.
Oh yeah, you gotta get buttoned. And we've buttoned some people. We buttoned some people on stream. If you check out one of my last Pokemon streams, you can see some great buttonings. So, and then I went over to Unite, where I also use the eject button all the time too. So, you know, that's kind of what it's been. What's been up for you? What have you been playing lately? Been doing any Farmer Ditto lately, or other things?
Well, to be honest, I've been playing a good amount of Bug Fables, which is like a Paper Mario-like spin-off. I mean, they didn't even bother to hide it. It's a lot of Paper Mario, what is it called? Inspired. And also the game Celeste. I've been playing that also as well, and it is beating my ass like a rented mule. But I'm doing it.
Yeah?
Oh my god.
What is Celeste?
It's, imagine, it's a 3D, it's a 2D platformer. You gotta dash as a double jump. Go climb a mountain, idiot.
Yeah?
It's like a mix between, like, it's this literally Meat Boy with an air dash in there. It's great.
Yeah,
I love it.
Zeke Fox in chat though. Unite players love our eject buttons. That we do love our eject buttons. That's for sure.
If eject button was a drug, I'd be an addict.
For real.
I swear to God.
Well, we've got a fantastic show planned for you guys tonight. But before we get started, a reminder to everyone, especially if you're watching us on YouTube, be sure to like, subscribe, comment. Do all of the things. We've got a ton of different content coming out all the time. Be sure those notifications are turned on because you don't want to miss a thing. And if you like even more and you want to see even more, you can always join our Discord and hang out with us there. But with that out of the way, Up Smash, what we got on the agenda for us tonight?
Oh, we got a great one for everyone tonight. Series 12 is here, and we're here to tell you all about it. There's been reports of the Nino's 48th Final Fight that we're going to also be talking about. And also what countries won't be hosting any Play Pokemon tournaments. And after all that, we'll be cheering every Pokemon in Unite in this week's mod segment. And then right after that, we'll be finishing off the night with our showcase match of the night between CondorNJ and the one and only Fevsi. And then our top 5 plays of the week.
Well, that sounds like one hell of a show. So let's get at it with our first story of the night. Up Smash, what do you have for us? Talking a little bit about, the big story, the big headline here. Series 12 is here, right? Tell us about it.
That is correct. Series 12 has been announced. Well, it's like Series 11, but only one restricted. But instead of only one restricted, is a long-awaited GS Cup format. It's about time that the Buzz had it instead of teasing it with another ban list or like going back to Series 7 again. I'm not gonna lie, I'm expecting them to do some more stuff like that. But the long-awaited GS Cup format has arrived in the incredibly hyper-offensive format right off the bat. Things like Umbreon and Lapras will undoubtedly have a small niche in the format develops, but the sheer overwhelming power of the 2 restrictions plus a Dynamax Pokemon makes defensive plays extremely difficult. At the most common restricted pair is Swordfish, which is a team composed of Kyogre and Zacian. It's no wonder either, because those complement each other incredibly well. Some of those most common partners of those two are Incineroar, Rillaboom, Thundurus, Tornadus, and Kingdra. All these options are self-explanatory. Torn for Tailwind, Thundy for Defiant Offense, Incineroar because of Incineroar, Rillaboom to deal with opposing Kyogres, and the occasional Groudon. And Kingdra because some people think that offensive rain is good, which is, it is. I'm biased. So,
yeah, you're feeling that offensive rain?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dot, what did
Strong
you feel
fan.
about?
I am super excited to see Series 12. I'm super excited to see a new meta. I'm super excited to see something where I can use both Shadow Rider, Calyrex, and Zacian at the same time. Trying to figure out how to build a team around that's going to be a whole nother mess in and of itself. Because I think what I still feel like what you can do with that is you can still have another Mon that's like a Gigantamax Mon and like use that as advantage to build your team around that. I usually try to build my teams around who I'm G-maxing. And that's, worked kind of well for me in the past. So like I'm looking forward to seeing some stuff like who's going to pair well as a Dynamaxer with both Zacian and Calyrex Shadow Rider on the field. But Swordfish, obviously, I think is going to be the one that everyone's going to be watching out for. I think we're definitely going to see some Tornadus, Zacian, Kyogre, 100%. I think that's going to be a huge part of the meta. So finding something that counters that is going to be the big key, the big teller, I think. Right? What do you think, Up Smash?
Yeah, most certainly. I would also say that one other Pokemon that we have to watch out for is Yveltal. Honestly, I've been playing around with him for a little bit, and he's like the Snarl machine, a Snarl factory, if you would. Because what is it? If Cali Shadow doesn't Dynamax, it just dies instantly.
Yeah.
And you can sucker punch it, but I like snarling at him instead, just because it's funny.
Right.
Just to mouth them off, and then they just die instantly.
Dialgo and Yveltal, WD Michael shouting out in chat there.
Yeah, Dialga, I still have to find a way how to get around it. I think that Yveltal would be a good idea to start because then you can snarl it into so it doesn't do that much damage. But you'll have to watch out with Dialga's partners, and also Trick Room isn't that fun for Yveltal, and especially not Zacian. That's not walking the park for that one.
Yeah, that's one that you certainly. There's not a modification that you can put on Zacian unless you're doing Scary Face Grimmsnarl. That's what you need. You need Scary Face Grimmsnarl. That might be something that you could see a lot more of in the meta. Maybe that's how I get Gmax Charizard to work on this Shadow Rider Calyrex Zacian team. Little Scary Face Grimmsnarl in there to deal with the Trick Room effects, but I don't know. Series 12 is definitely going to be interesting. What are you most excited about seeing? Is there any pair in particular that you're excited about using?
Well, I am very excited to use Yveltal and of course Zacian as my first team because it's pretty straightforward. They both pretty riff off each other, but I also saw some matches that were like it was a Kyogre with Sagaleo. And then Tornadus in the back was just helping out so much, throwing out brutal swings that activate weakness policy, throwing out tailwinds for Kyogre. It was a threat and a menace and a half, because it was I was blown away. During Series 12 tournament on cartridge, I faced a Belly Drum Snorlax and a Speed Swap Cali Shadow.
Oh yes, I thought I saw you. I think I saw you tweet about this somewhere or something.
I was fending for my life.
That is crazy.
It was horrifying. I just got out of there by the skin of my pants, but I had to have the Regieleki miss an Electro Web on my Zacian.
Look, I am all about some Belly Drum Snorlax. That was something I really ran a lot of in Series 1. I think it's a lot of fun to do. And Belly Drum Snorlax makes the other player make choices, right? You have to deal with that, and that's what I love about Mons that can really do that in the meta, where they really just shake things up. So maybe we'll start to see some of that more.
Oh yeah, most certainly. Because I did not expect that speed swap. That did the thing for me. Because I was thinking like, okay, he's gonna belly drum. No harm, no foul. I'll foul play it next turn. No.
Right.
That ain't gonna work for this boy.
No Trick Room needed. Just
no Trick Room requires. Just gonna Transformers right in front of my face.
There you go. That's all you need. That's all you need. Well, that's not all the news we have for you guys. Of course, the Nino Pokebros had their 48th Final Fight. And Final Fight 48 just concluded, and some of the teams that are top cut are ones that make sense in theory, but aren't what we expected. Speaking of expected, though, 5 of the 8 teams had Zacian on them, which is not surprising at all. Which makes it even more surprising that 2 of the top 8 teams had Calyrex Ice on them, who struggles against Zacian unless Trick Room is in effect. The first place team, piloted by Aldrich Yon, featured Calyrex Shadow Rider, Kyogre, Regieleki, Clefairy, Whimsicott, and Indeedee Female. So you're getting, of course, Shadow Rider, Calyrex, and Kyogre. Whatever that Pokemon's name is. Every Pokemon player has debated on this Pokemon's name. But what? Kyogre. And Calyrex Shadow Rider. That's one that I'm really excited to see for sure in Series 12. But anyways, this team feels a lot like the Series 7 to 9 teams had with Spectre and Clefairy. But it's been ramped for a new series. Honestly, it's like having 3 great offensive Pokemon supported by 3 great support Pokemon, which makes this team incredibly scary to face. There were only 2 Gigantamax Venusaurs in Top Cut, most likely because people have taken to running Rayquaza as a pseudo counter to it, and a Rayquaza Zacian team placed 3rd, with the comp being Registeel, Tapu Koko, Whimsicott, Blastoise. This season started with most people gravitating towards Swordfish, but it was really great to see the meta evolving and starting to have a niche for Pokemon like Rayquaza, Palkia, Hitmontop, and Blastoise, all of which made it into the top 8 here. So we'll go check out, as you can see in our little graphic here, we've got the top 8 results. I'm going to pull it up here on the screen so I can see it a little bit bigger. But you have Aldrich Young, of course, with that Calyrex Shadow Rider and that Kyogre. But you have coming in second, you've got a Kyogre Groudon pair with a Venusaur, so definitely a big sun team there. Interesting choice there with the Zapdos. Usually you see Zapdos in the rain, you don't see it in the sun, but hey, if you got a reason for it, you got a reason for it. Maybe it's to counter the rain situation. And then Zacian Rayquaza. So we're seeing a lot of these 8 gen Mons paired with the 3rd gen Hoenn Mons, because they seem to be just the big dominant ones in the meta. Do you think this is what Series 12 is going to look like, Up Smash?
I mean, honestly, looking at it right now, I would say that that is doing this Series 8 Mon, like one of them, and then like another older Mon. Maybe Groudon, maybe Kyogre. Mostly those 2, honestly.
Yeah.
I think this is the meta that's...
Weather Wars.
Yeah, of course, Weather Wars. I think that this is going to be like the meta that will probably be good for like around the first month and a half.
Yeah.
And then I bet my bottom dollar that someone's going to come up with like some cracked version of like some random team, and this is going to go absolutely freaking bonkers.
Yeah.
I love...
How do you have a meta that has Regieleki exist and have Rayquaza still have a place in it?
I have no idea. I guess
yeah.
I guess at extreme speed, maybe airlock, just because.
Although I ran into a pretty bulky Rayquaza on the ladder the other day, and I was very surprised by it. I didn't realize that Rayquaza has that much bulk.
Really?
Rayquaza learns Earthquake, right? I didn't know if Rayquaza learns Earthquake.
Yeah, I think it does.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah,
it does?
I don't. Let's just quickly check. Rayquaza.
Yeah, I can get a showdown up here real quick.
Oh my god, man, I want to look up. Yeah, it gets Earthquake. Cool.
Wow, that's very interesting.
But I think that right now Rayquaza's airlock is paying dividends off of it, because you can just tell both Kyogre teams and like Sun teams just to stuff it, and they probably have to listen to you. What's up? Yeah. And I think that if you actually give it Rayquaza a good enough speed, then you can just turn off the chlorophyll and then just kill the Venu. What's it gonna do? Because like what? Is it gonna be a big boy? No, I can just max airstream you. See ya.
Yeah, for real. And that's a mean max airstream, especially when it's coming from Rayquaza there.
Oh, most certainly.
Yeah. Oh man, max airstream and what it has done to the meta. It just that one move. Just access to that one move. Every mon in the meta, like you have to work around what Max Airstream does, and that's kind of what I like about Dynamax. It's kind of what I think is fun, is that you have those things that, like, you know, you can have a mon that just because it learns one, you can have a mon like Cinderace, you know, who just because they learn Bounce is able to, you know, just start, you know, steamrolling other whole entire teams. But I'm being a bit too distant here.
I think like back in Series 1, like Moxie Gyarados was
oh yeah, I remember Moxie Gyarados.
Around.
That was fun.
Yeah,
that was fun
like,
when that lasted.
When you get like a literal offensive Dragon Dance, like that's 120 base power. Yeah, sign me the hell up. I took advantage of that. Paralysis rock slides for days, and then just bringing the Gyarados to clean up.
Yeah,
oh my god,
yeah. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. Max Airstream, man.
Dude, Max Airstream changes Pokemon. It changes the man.
It changes the man. It changes the man, for sure. For sure. Well, what also is changing the man is the circuit being cut, right? With Play Pokemon. Tell us a little bit about what's going on with the Play Pokemon situation, or better yet, the Don't Play Pokemon situation.
This is a sad sight to behold. The Play Pokemon has officially removed multiple countries from its grand reopening, which include France, Denmark, Italy, Malta, and Spain. The reason for these cuts remains unknown. However, venues in these countries are currently unable to participate in the circuit that was supposed to be worldwide, or as close to worldwide as Play Pokemon gets. With removal of these countries, will Play Pokemon see backlash? I would imagine so. But events will be resuming over the course of this year, and Worlds looks to be again to be attended, with your Play Pokemon points from 2019 carrying over to the current year. But how are you feeling about this this temporary ban for you, Dad?
I mean, I think it would be better with better explanations, for sure. But I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's due to the COVID situation going on. I'm glad that, you know, things are being taken seriously and things are, you know, really being listened to. But it's definitely a disappointment. I mean, like, at this point in time, you know, like I've always been a person that's taken cautions when it comes to COVID-19 and getting your vaccine. I'm quadruple vaccinated, as vaccinated as I can. If they come out with another batch, I'll get it as well. I'm all about that. I think that you should get a vaccine. I think everyone should get a vaccine. But when it comes to like some of the setbacks that COVID has had, especially in the Pokemon scene, it's been a huge drag. I mean, there was someone that said online the other day, they're like, should I be upset that my birthday, I'm sad that my birthday's being canceled because of COVID. And I'm like, you're okay to feel sad about that, because especially if you're a young person, you might have had your past 3 birthdays all not been able to get together because of COVID. So I'm glad they're taking it seriously, but it's also like, I'm not gonna like sugarcoat it. It's like it's a huge bummer. It's a huge disappointment. We want to see these things come back, and we would like to hear better news. But I do appreciate them at least being real about the situation. I know that you have got a lot of experience with the COVID situation here, Up Smash. How do you feel about it?
Well, honestly, I would have to think that this, due to the variant, this is a long time coming, honestly.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw that spike, I'm like, oh god, no. But we're back in for like what, round 3 now? God, no, Christ, no, I don't want to deal with this again. But that's just what we have to deal with right now.
Right.
I truly feel sorry about all these things. Yeah, the USPA will save us. Hi, Nino.
Yes.
By the way.
USPA will save us. Can you give a little introduction? I mean, we have a match actually featuring USPA later tonight. Can you give a little bit more info on what USPA is?
Oh yeah, USPA is a draft league. I think. Basically, I think one of each state, or like, you know, there's some exceptions, will pit against each other and then fight to see who is the best state for the Golden Crown. Or so it's divided in, I think, like 4 regions, and then we have and then we'll fight each other enough there. So as we speak, I am actually in the USPA. So
look, WD Michael AO, Louisiana USPA.
WD's in Louisiana. I'm in Chicago.
Yeah.
Let's roll.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then you've got the Ramparados for pokebros. Yeah.
But I think that the USPA is a step in the right direction. For if they're gonna do all this stuff, we're gonna go fine. We'll do it ourselves, and then like put on this pretty swanky looking gig we got here. I'm very excited.
I'm super excited to see more of it.
I'm very excited watch what everyone's doing. I think it's
Yeah.
going to supercharge the meta for Pokemon.
Hopefully, we will be able to get some matches in here to talk about on Silph Co. We're talking and having those conversations right now with USPA. So I'm super excited about them. I think it's a really great program and excited to see where it goes. So glad we can spread the word out about that a little bit as well. While we're on the topic of announcements of things, before we get into our mod segment here, I do believe that WD Michael is hosting a tournament this weekend. The wide tournament, or I believe WD Michael, please correct me if I'm wrong here, but they still have an open invite for a situation over there. So hopefully, if I can get a little bit more information on that, we can talk about it more. But definitely go check that out. Definitely hit up WD Michael if you guys are interested in participating in a tournament. I believe it's this Saturday. It would be the Wide League.
Baby.
The Wide League. There we go. That's what it is. The Wide League tournament this Saturday. I believe someone here will get us a link in chat, I'm sure, for the invite there. I know that the signups are still happening. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely go check that out. Wide is a good friend of the show, and we love to see that. Do you know how to use? Do you have the move Wide Guard for that?
No, but
It's a good question. It's a good question for Wide. But Wide is the widest. I do believe that he is the widest streamer that's out there, right? He's the widest gamer.
I mean,
that I know
in
of,
order
at
to get
least.
into the tournament, you have to show them using Wide Guard in real life.
Yes, you have to use Wide Guard in real life. You just gotta
Yeah,
have a
there you go.
picture of you just standing out in front of your house, just sprawled with your arms open wide.
Ain't no surf getting past.
Kind of squatting a little bit. No surfs getting past. Not a water spout or a wide lens. Very good.
Either way.
Either or. Yeah, that way you can hit sleep powder better. It's a lot
We
better.
just need to see if you're the correct amount of wideness for this.
Right. That's what you got to do. All right. That will bring us to our mod segment for the week. We've got our headlines out of the way, and this week we've got a great modular segment. We thought about what's going on with the world of Unite because we didn't really have very much Unite news this week, right? Up Smash. So we thought we would have talked a little bit about where the Unite tiers are right now, right? Because we've had a lot of different Pokemon come in. We've got Dragonite, we've got Serena. We've really had a lot of shake up to the meta, and a lot of times when you see these tiers out here, I don't know about you, Up Smash, but a lot of them that I've seen, they don't really have a good representation of what it's like to be in a solo queue with that Mon, right? And I think if we look through the solo queue lens, a lot of these tiers look a lot different. Am I right?
Oh, most certainly. I think that the first thing that you'll realize in a solo queue is that you're a long way from Kansas.
Right.
Jesus, dude. Some Pokemon that are amazing for coordinated 5v5 play, like just completely falter, because that you have no communication with anyone, and honestly, sometimes it feels like that your teammates actively want you to lose.
Yeah.
So honestly, it's about time for you to actually put the team on your back.
And some of the Mons here on our tiers that haven't worked out, are Mons that did used to really work really well, but they've gotten nerfed to hell or something's happened to another. But and so now they sit at the bottom tier, the don't tier. So I think that's the first one we're going to start off with. Up Smash, what you got for us with the don't tier?
Yeah, so this one is D for don't. So right now, I would say that for don't play for solo queue is Gengar, Zeraora, and Blissey. Because Blissey is amazing, and don't get me wrong, this Pokemon is great if you're going to be coordinated because of its safeguards and its soft boils and its helping hands. It's Elena's best friend, I gotta say.
Right.
But if everyone just decides to leave you, which they will, guaranteed, then you're just a sitting duck for 10 minutes, and then someone steals Zapdos, and then they don't want to.
Blissey, she really needs that deep intimate connection of a Discord voice chat to make it work, right? She just doesn't. She doesn't work otherwise. You need to be able to coordinate with your partners to make Blissey work.
Yeah. Because I mean, honestly, it shouldn't go without saying, it's a healer. Stick next to the healer, defend the healer. It'll love you back.
Right.
I swear to God, I have no idea how this isn't common information. But the next one is Gengar, which I think was extraordinarily good in the early game when when Hex Bomb when a Hex like give you a lot of invulnerability frames, and now it just doesn't do that anymore. And then you have to do a Dream Eater Shadow Ball, which is amazing for a single target, like a single target, like gank or something like that. But it kind of falters whenever there's like any other, like when there's more than one Pokemon around you, because it just like because essentially you get thrown into hugging distance of your teammate, and then like sorry, you get hugging distance within your enemy, and guess what, idiot? Now you're in the death ball. You're gonna die.
Yeah,
and
100%.
And for the final one for Don't Tier, you wanted to say Zero Aura. So I'd ask you, why do you think a Zero Aura is in Don't Tier for single?
Zero Aura used to be one of my faves, and I'll still try to go back and try Zero Aura every now and then. But now his reliance on the jungle is very, very huge. His fragility has gone up a major amount, and they really, really nerfed the ability with Discharge. Discharge used to just wreck things, and you could absolutely get work done with Discharge. But now Zero Aura is pretty frail, and a lot of times I would much rather be coming at him as a Cinderace, as a Blastoise, one of those situations than coming at it as Zero Aura. Even someone like Decidueye, I feel like has a better viability than Zero Aura does. If you're gonna make Zero Aura work, you really have to coordinate with your team and make it work, and find the right buff that's going to actually kind of fix the situation that has happened with Zero Aura because of all the nerfs that have come to it for so long. Zeke Fox is saying in chat here, you see a lot of people are now running Wild Charge over it. So maybe it is something that kind of will cut through the dominance of Discharge in that meta. But my catchphrase, exactly, Nelly put there, my catchphrase used to be pick Zero Aura and win, and rip to that phrase for sure.
All right, I think that I'll just pass it over to you for the next part of the tier list. I just want to let you have that because you are the Zero Aura main.
Right. So for the next bracket we've got here, we're going up to our C tier, right? These are above our D don't tiers, but these are not still people that have a lot of issues to work off with. And it's not because these are bad mons. Like Gardevoir, for example, not a bad mon in Unite. Not a bad mon in Unite at all. I know a lot of fantastic Gardevoir players, but it does really rely on your team working well with you. And solo queue, you don't always have that guaranteed 100%. Eldegoss almost got in the don't tier because, again, it's one of those healer mons, and if you don't take care of your healer, then the healer's not going to take care of you, and that toxicity exists all the time in solo queue matches. It's very, very hard to get it rolling. Mamoswine, while it's great early game, still, you need something to help you push late game, or otherwise you're just going to be playing goalie, and you're probably not going to be playing a very good goalie, especially if you have other people out there with Cinder Races, stuff that's really going to hit good in the late game. Machamp was a great one in the early starters, same with Garchomp as well, but now they've just gotten nerfed down to where this tier is really a good place for them. Same thing with my boy Crustle. Crustle is absolutely a fantastic defender and can be used amazingly in certain situations, but unfortunately really does rely on that team to get to that first initial stage, and then after that, you have to be able to play well, and there's a lot of other better defenders now that have kind of bumped Crustle down to this lower tier. Decidueye, although newer to the mix and does do a lot of damage, its frailty, it's still keeping it down there at the C tier. So how do you feel about the C tier here? Anything that you really feel, well, what do you feel is the most at home in C tier? What's the most C tier of these mons?
All right, so the most C tier of the mons, I would probably have to go Garchomp. While Garchomp kind of, it takes a while to get set up. Yeah, Garchomp is the most C tier, I swear to God. It's pretty good at fighting things, I would say. But I think it's a true talent that it has is to take over objective mons. I'm talking like Rotom and Dreadnought, because you can just freaking turn into a paper shredder and just just kill them and just melt them. Yeah. And then if your teammate actually is good at flirting with the enemy while you're trying to eat up the Garchomp,
right?
It's as good as yours, but you don't really see that in solo queue. See, I think the reason why I put up Eldegoss in C tier is because some people kind of know what Eldegoss does. They realize, hey, look, I get healed constantly when I'm next to this puffball. I will stand near them But then, like, if anything goes south, and I mean like anything, if they stub their toe on like the little barrier thing, they're out of there. I swear to God. Like, some people are just playing scaredy cats, and that's especially whenever like you have their tank and stuff. That tank needs to be in the front. And,
100%.
I don't know if you guys understand this, but the tank front, because you have HP good.
Right.
And,
yeah.
And that's
you gotta take the hits. That's the tank. That's the tank's job.
Yeah, and that's the reason why Guardy.
Be a tank.
Guardy and Decidueye are kind of down here as well, because because Decidueye is right now Decidueye, and also because Gardevoir needs a tank to actually eat up hits, or else it's freaking like dinner.
100%.
Yeah. It's pretty good. I mean, you'd have to probably have some communication with your team with this, but I think that if you actually are if you know what you're doing with this character, you can probably like squeak out some wins, do a little cheekiness. Hey, you can probably do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's move on to B tier. So tell us what B tier is literally looking like now that we're starting to move up past the bottom a little bit. What is B tier?
All right, B tier sounds more like Behemoth tier. I couldn't fit enough goddamn Unite licenses on this thing, so I stuck Charizard in the back right there.
Yeah.
But right now, I would say that Charizard, Wigglytuff. Well, Charizard's a pretty good mon, I would say, because you get the it's what is the flamethrower, fire blast, does a good amount of area damage and stuff, and Wigglytuff I would say is the anti-dive bomb. Because basically if there's a speedster on the enemy team and you choose Sing Wiggly, they cannot dive you, or they will die. I'm not even joking. Like if like you're around your teammate and you stick to them like glue, Wigglytuff can be such a roadblock into the enemy team. But since this is solo queue and your teammates have a presumed IQ of a lemon, I put him down a little bit. I do like Ninetales is a pretty good damage mon, as well as Sylveon, I would say. Lucario, I think, got hit with a fat nerf because the scoring no longer gives you as much HP as it used to, which makes it so that you can't do like little cheekiness of stacking up a bunch of stuff, and then you can go and extreme speed everyone in the game. Slowbro is quite good. I would say a quite good tank. You can do a lot of cheekiness, such as you can like uproot Cramorant out of its ult. You can like stun lock someone for eons. It's great. I like Slowbro, but you still need a teammate. Mr. Mime is pretty good too. I do love getting those bonks with Confusion and Barrier. I am the average Confusion Barrier enjoyer. And I just do like sometimes busting out the mime. It's super fun. And then Absol is you need lane. Like you guaranteed need lane, or else you're going to like die of mesothelioma with this character. And then Pikachu is good. I would say Pikachu is a very good character, I would say. But then again, you rely off of your team to like take advantage of your Thunderbolts and your Thunders and everything. So like
an Electro Web in the beginning. That's what I think is the best part about Pikachu is the Electro Web in the beginning is such a clutch move.
Oh yeah, Electro Web is super good. Basically, Pikachu pins him down, and you rely off your team to land the finishing blow. And you can get away with some stuff, and then then he like quickly tapers off. If they're in Death Ball, if they're doing Death Ball, Pikachu can do a lot of work.
Right.
Because it can just
Zeke Fox in chat says Pikachu's an early game bully, and that's why it's in B tier. B for bully.
B for bully and B for Behemoth tier. This is the biggest boy we got.
For real, this is the biggest tier that we did. We put a lot of people in the middle because there are a lot of people that, it does depend on how good you are with them, but it does depend a little bit upon how the team reacts with you. So I think these are ones where like if you say this is your main, I'm like, oh, interesting. Except for Lucario, that's a little bit basic.
A Lucario loads.
A Lucario main, like you could be one of several different kinds of people. So let's, I'm not gonna make any judgments just yet.
I mean,
those Lucario mains, I'm looking out. I'm seeing you.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love a Wigglytuff and a Pikachu and a Slowbro. They're like those are good Pokemon, right there. But like we're thinking about you have to run the show yourself essentially for this.
Yeah.
And that's why I think that's in B tier. All right.
I think that's fitting.
All right, I think that it's your duty with the A tier.
Yeah, we're moving right along into that A tier. And in A tier, it's a little bit less crowded than it is in B tier, right? We're talking about the people that are not the tippy top, but they're pretty high up there. These are guys that do really, really well. Sometimes it depends a little bit on what their team is doing around them. Maybe not the absolute apex best. Some of these people have just been knocked down from their high horses, Greedent being one of them. Probably one of the best defenders in the game. Just recently got a nerf that makes it a little bit less good than it used to be, but there's still plenty of examples of Greedent absolutely dominating out there. You know how I said there, Lucario mains are questionable? I will say this 100%. Every Snorlax main I've ever met is a genuinely good person. Okay? I don't know if that's true for every Snorlax main. I just know for all the Snorlax mains that I know. Okay? And that's also because Snorlax is an incredibly good mon in the meta right now, especially with Flail getting those buffs that it did before. Up Smash, I think you took play of the week one time with Flail Snorlax and the absolute craziness that's there.
Oh yeah, that was me.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. You also have got Cramorant here in the mix with the very amazing zoning abilities there that it can do, and Blastoise, one of my favorite defenders and probably my second most used mon at this point. One of the best defenders out there, one of the best surf users in the game, in my opinion. Man, that buddy barrier plus that ult for Blastoise, it just does a whole lot and allows you to get a lot done. You can be a really effective defender with Blastoise. Honestly, A tier is for the defenders. Am I right? Up Smash?
Yeah, I would say that A tier, I think their greatest strength is the versatility of these Pokemon.
Right.
Because there's like 2 movesets I think for every single Pokemon here, except for like Blastoise, I would assume. Where like, okay, I can go and play the game. If I lose faith in my team, I can play this set. Like for Snorlax, it's Flail.
I've done it with Blastoise, with Surf Blastoise and Hydro Pump.
For Cram, you can like do die there slash. It worked. It works. It's funny. I've seen people take out a Garchomp and stuff with that thing. Like while it's like
and Greedent, eat those goddamn berries. Just run
Greedent
away, hustle,
berries,
throw those berries around, and you got this shit, bro.
Yeah, Greedent just does not die. It just doesn't. And then
that's what Greedent works.
With a score shield and an attack weight, you can get away with some pretty greedy plays. Because even with like the lowered HP up from scoring, it still lives a lot of hits. Because you can just go, you can defense curl, tackle in, score your stuff, tackle out. They can't do anything about it.
Right.
And then if you get enough stacks on your weight, then you start like slugging with like Covet Belch, or like what is it? I've even seen like Stuffed Cheeks Bell, Stuffed Cheeks Bullet Seed. Do not do Covet Bullet Seed though. That's if you want to be a biplane, and if you start like firing off stuff. You
gotta get that Belch. That's the one that you need.
Yeah, but these Pokemon are quite good. I would say that that these Pokemon are if you did it. If you started wrecking house with these things, I'd say that you go pretty far. Especially
beefy boys, dapper snapper, right there in the middle, right? That's what we like to see, Not that I'm biased or anything, because like some of my mains are up here at the top, but that's no big deal, right? Moving right along. Speaking of mains being in the top tier here, tell us what we got over in S tier here, Up Smash.
All right, this one's pretty freaking self-explanatory. For S tier, these Pokemon are made to just wreck house and do everything for you.
Especially in solo queue.
I'm not even joking. These Pokemon have pretty much a lot of stuff going for it. Like for instance, Cinderace, while it doesn't have that much health, it can move fast. It can use Blaze, these people as a springboard. It can use Flame Charge to get out of fights. It's extremely good in my opinion. Cinderace main's very good. Freaking Venusaur with Petal Dance Giga Drain, you can just go up there and then just eat the enemy team, like literally eat them, and it works. And like you can just clean house with it. It's pretty good. Right. And the more people in that death ball, more freaking heals to you. You just start sucking them dry. Honestly, you go and they're gone. Greninja is really good. Pretty good mobility, I would say, with double team, and then Water Shuriken for heals. And you can be a little pesky. You can be a little pesky little bugger with him. And basically he's like another version of Cinderace, I would say. a lot more tricks, a lot more, a bit more of healing, if that's more of your style. But then we get to the three big boys. We got Dragonite, Serena, and Talonflame. Because Dragonite right now is very good, I would say. Hyper Beam absolutely demolishes people. Like it, and also it pierces too. So if you actually get a good lineup, you can just take out like 3 people's health bars, and then you can go, and then you can just take them out. Serena is also extremely good. Triple Axle, very good for healing, and it also increases your attack speed so that you get another Triple Axle off the bat for free. And then at that point, if they aren't dead already, they're already running for the hills. And then we have the boy right in the middle for me. That's the guy who I play in solo queue. That's Talonflame. This thing has it all, I would say. You get like ults every 3 seconds. You have, what is it called? You have a objective snipe material with fly. You have flame charge for mobility. It's a very good Pokemon. I would recommend actually, like, picking up a Talonflame license. It's like 6K.
Okay, Up Smash. Okay, hold on. Talonflame. Okay, I get Talonflame being good, and I do agree that it belongs in S tier. Okay, for starters. But does Talonflame really have it all, or is Talonflame just really good at doing Talonflame things? Like, it is hands down the best speedster and hits the hardest of probably any other Mon. That's why I do think it belongs in S tier. But I don't think it's got a little bit of everything, right?
I mean, one thing's for certain, it certainly doesn't have enough bulk. You have to have your numbers down pat. So what you want to do with Talonflame is take out their Cindy, take out their Greninja, take out their Pikachu, take out their... Like, there's a lot of Pokemon that just have a bad matchup against Talonflame. But yeah, as Savage Patch says, if you ever think about diving that Wigglytuff, you're dead to rights. Like, you cannot get out.
Dead.
Like you better, like you may as well like have your ultimate, just like, try and get out of there. And if you're lucky, maybe you can get out.
Yeah.
But yeah, Wigglytuff is extremely good against Talonflame, I would say.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Against any dive Pokemon, really.
Yeah. Well, now that we've discussed all the tiers, let's bring them all up so we can see where everybody stands, so we can look through here. We've already got some people that already disagree with us here. Zeke Fox, I want to drop Dragonite down to A for solo, though. Dragonite is amazing in the jungle, but can suffer on lanes if bullied early. And there are tons of people who jump on claiming jungle ASAP, especially with Absol Talonflame. And yeah, I do know that those jungle worries can be a big deal. I do like to run Talonflame Cinderace in the jungle. I've learned how to snipe the kill at the very, very last second by like attacking really quickly and then hitting Ember too, like to dwindle it down, which really, really pisses some players off because they'll like do all the work getting the guy down and I'll just get the last hit. I can see some stuff there. What do you think about Zeke Fox saying that Dragonite should be dropped down to A tier?
Yeah, they do raise a good point because some people love to just take jungle. I have even see a freaking jungle Blissey once. We're not talking about that one, but I could agree that jungle is a very hard sought after material in Pokémon Unite. I could see that that Dragonite can be dropped down to A. But I can
see it too, but I think that it's still, I think it's still in the stage of it being broken for being a new Mon. I think that it being brand new to Unite. I think it's still in the phase where they're kind of trying to balance it out a bit. And so I think it being an A tier is probably good because I think they're probably gonna still end up balancing it out. And I don't know if they're gonna get those tweaks exactly right just yet.
Yeah,
we've seen it.
Yeah, because the jungle. Yeah, I totally forgot the thing that people like taking jungle a lot.
They do.
I think
they do.
A good amount of the other mons. Talonflame, I think if you don't have jungle, you can manage a bit. With, you can probably just go bottom. You probably don't want to go top though. Cindy, Gren, Venu, Serena, they don't really care. They'll take whatever and they'll probably kill you while doing it too.
Right.
But yeah, I think Dragonite might be a bit high and dry if it doesn't get jungle. I do love Dragonair's Dragon Dance and Dragon Breath though. That one's fun.
Oh yeah.
Because you just keep on swinging. I love that stuff.
A lot of fun. All right, well, that will wrap it up for the first half of the show. We're going to take a short break, but before we do, we want to shout out all of our viewers hanging us out here in chat. Zeke Fox, Geek Life Live, of course, Savage Patch Kid, Littlest Nelly. Who else we got here? Who else? We had Nino Pokebros earlier, WD Michael. A lot of fun new friends here. Welcome. Hope you guys are having a good time. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream. If this is your first time here at Silph, we are your source for everything Pokemon, competitive Pokemon. We love to talk about and we love to show off people within our community. The stream is also brought to you by Swift Lifestyles. You can use code GetGeeked for 15% off your purchase of energy drinks, hydration powders, swag shakers, and so much more. It's a great way to support the show and get a tasty drink too. So definitely go check that out. When we return, we have our highlighted match of the week. We have a best of 3 against Austin's own CondorNJ and the one and only Fevsi. And then after that, we'll be finishing up the stream with our top 5 plays of the week. So you definitely want to stick around for that. Don't go anywhere. There is plenty more Silph Coast Sports when we return. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Peace.
And welcome back to Silph Coast Sports, and it's time for our match of the week. We've got a very special treat for you guys today. We've got Austin's own USPA's own CondorNJ submitted a awesome match with him and Fevsi. Now this is a Series 7 match, so this is going back at least a little bit. Remind us of the good old days before you could have, Zacian and Calyrex on the same team, and where before, you'd had all the chaos of, that plus Thundurus and Regieleki could destroy the meta. I can't remember exactly which 7 was. I think 7 actually did start to have some of those mons in there, but you couldn't all have them all on the same team just yet, right? We didn't have dual restricted.
Yeah, there was certainly no dual restricted, certainly no single, I think.
Right.
Series 7, that was right after the best worst format ever, which I love that one. Series 6 is a really funny format to me.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And remember, guys, before we get into the match, if you would like to be featured on the show here, please reach out to either myself, Upsmash, Echo, any of us. We would be glad to facilitate that. But without further ado, let's get to it. Our match of the week. All right.
Oh, wait. Oh, my bad. I gotta smack a Ditto or two.
That's all right.
Where are you? There you are. Is that it? Nope. Okay. Oh, that'll explain it. Sorry, fellas.
No worries. Let's swap to the desk real quick.
There we go. Oh, wait.
Oh, you got it?
Nope. Now I got it. Okay,
there
cool.
we go. All right. Yeah. Technical difficulties. All right, it's been resolved. All right, so we've got a awesome match here. Of course, Itachi over here is going to be Fevsi, and then the screen perspective we're watching from is going to be CondorNJ. CondorNJ coming up with Kartana, Rotom, Dragonpult, Landorus, Clefairy, and Sudocene. What do we have over on Fevsi's side? Up smash?
Looks like we got ourselves a Trick Room team. I've ever seen one with Dusclops, especially. Last year, Regieleki, Incin, Feeny, and then a Dragapult. It could work pretty well for them.
It could work very well. Dragapult definitely doesn't like being in a Trick Room, but you can have a very utilitarian Dragapult that could be utilized for a lot of different things. So that's not necessarily the big fear there. Incineroar, nothing too scary on that side. The big thing you got to worry about is that Glastrier on the other side. If that gets in a Trick Room, that could really start to get things rumbling. But Kartana is mean, especially in a Dynamax format.
Oh, most certainly. I would say that right now, if I was a Condor, is to try and protect your Rotom. That Rotom would probably do some pretty good job for you. It resists a lot of stuff for the other team. It also can eat up Glastrier if it gives it a chance.
Yeah, if you look at Regieleki's not really going to be able to do much against this team. You've got a Landorus, and you've got this Rotom Heat here. I think if you get a Nasty Plot off with that Rotom Heat and you're able to position that Landorus around in there, you can actually probably really get around this team pretty well. But we'll see how it works out for CondorNJ in this best of 3.
All right, so it looks like we got a Regieleki and Dusclops.
Lecky Klops is going to be the first start over here, and Dragapult Clefairy over for CondorNJ. Now, usually you don't see Dusclops with such a quick Mon. You usually see him setting up a Trick Room. What do you think this lead means?
All right, I'm sniffing out a Volt Switch right here. From Regieleki into a Glastrier and then setting up Trick Room. It's a bit risky, but it could work.
Right.
Also, or alternatively, maybe Dusclops scared of Dragapult's Max Phantasm. That could also work as well.
That could work. That could very well work. We'll see how it works out for him. I mean, again, you don't usually see Dusclops and Regieleki next to each other. I doubt we'll even see Regieleki Dynamax here, but this could be a really good way to get off an Electro Web, slow Dragapult down. Even if Clefairy follow me's, you know, you still are able to hit both slots and still get that speed reduction down. It's a good positioning, I think, for Fevsi right off the bat. So it looks like we're going to see a Dynamax, Moonball. I'm feeling that's a Dragapult if that's the case. Dragapult, shiny Dragapult going up for CondorNJ. And so that will kick us off for the beginning. That means that no Dynamax coming out of Regieleki, which is not really that surprising, especially with we get a Helping Hand coming out of Clefairy into the Dragapult. Regieleki coming in with the Reflect. So guessing whether or not this is a special or physical Dragapult, we'll see here. Max Phantasm going into the Dusclops slot. Is it enough to take out the Dusclops? It is not.
All right, yeah, Dusclops gets his Trick Room off. Let's see what happens next.
Let's see what happens if we get it, if that's what we're going for here. Thank you so much. Is that Kevin11? Kevin11336. We appreciate that follow. I appreciate that. You must be a Ben 10 fan. Okay, so did I miss the Trick Room?
Yeah, Trick Room went off.
Trick Room went off. All right. So that is gonna.
Yeah. Is it Dragapult and Regieleki are kind of in a pickle here. I wonder what will happen here.
So we are gonna swap in for Feeny, not necessarily the Trick Room Mon that you want to see, and you're leaving Regieleki here in this Trick Room where it is faster than that Dragapult. Clefairy is gonna go for the Protect. And we're going to see a Max Phantasm again coming out of the Dragapult, which is now faster than the Regieleki because of Trick Room. And again, the defense falling on that Regieleki.
They got away with a fair chunk right there. Let's see what happens. Regieleki
Volt switch out of Regieleki into the Clefairy. Denies it.
All right, amazing. Okay.
Yeah, what did you think about that?
Very smart play right there to do a Protect. Just to deny the Regieleki. I probably would have. I probably was thinking that that they're using the Volt Switch in Trick Room to actually be the slowest Mon to try and get Glastrier guaranteed. But that Protect actually made him waste the turn just for that one reason. Yeah,
and that's one turn of Trick Room already gone down. You have a limited amount, and once the bar switches, I mean, I think that. Condor's team really has an advantage outside of Trick Room. So you get the Follow Me coming off of the Clefairy here. And that's going to make sure it is the center of attention. Again, you get no Dynamax on the other side. Moonblast coming from Feeny into Clefairy. It's going to do about not even 50% damage. Max Phantasm going into Regieleki, and that will take it all the way out. Not going to have to worry about that problem anymore. Don't care if you need a Volt Switch. You're out of there. And
I think that's the last of the Dynamax.
That is the last of the Dynamax for Dragapult for sure. You'd think.
Right now, Dragapult should be shivering in its boots because I'm sniffing out a Glastrier coming in right now. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, Glastrier seems like a good pick to pull in right here.
Oh, we got Dusclops.
Dusclops.
Okay.
Interesting enough.
Right now.
Interesting enough.
Right now, Dragapult is maxless, and it got away with one of the attack. It got away with one of the.
But if Dragapult's got Shadow Sneak, it's got a, Phantom Force. Okay. It doesn't.
All right. So let's see. It probably should use Phantom Force or Fly to try and waste the turn of Trick Room, trying to get rid of all the Trick Room as possible. Because your team right now, by the looks of it, loves to go fast. Let's see. But the Clefairy, I'm not sure what the Clefairy can do. It might even want to.
I mean, the Clefairy's doing a great job right now. It's doing the best support that it possibly can. It's nailed a follow. It's nailed a Helping Hand, a Follow Me, and a Protect that were all clutch appearances. This Clefairy is actually putting in the most work.
Oh yeah, Clefairy's great actually.
And there's the horse.
There it is, boys.
There's the horse.
All right.
Okay.
So
Clefairy coming in with the Follow Me. And we see now Clefairy is the center of attention. Dusclops coming in with a pain split on Clefairy, which is going to bring it up to about 50% health and take down that Clefairy to, well, a little bit below 50% health for it. Phantom Force coming in. Of course, not going to do anything but take another turn of Trick Room out of here. Helping Hand, I think, is the next pick we're going for here. What do you think about this last play? We got Glastrier in here, but is it a turn too late?
I think that right now Glastrier is fighting against the clock right now. Because that Trick Room might end very quickly. I think that while we're viewing, his opponent decided to waste a lot of turns of Trick Room, and it's paying off dividends right now.
It really is. It's working out for CondorNJ in a big way. I mean, they've got they've still got all 2 Mons in the back, so Glastier's got to not just, take out Dragapult, but kind of snowball from there on out. So we'll see how this goes. Of course, this has got to be the horse coming out here. Big Ice Horse. Series 7 was big on the Big Ice Horse, and we see it. It's in a Trick Room. It's got a couple turns left. It doesn't have a full Trick Room, but it's got enough. And so Max Glastrier, we see the Clefairy is going to go for Helping Hand.
From the shadows.
From the shadows. The guy's going to help Dragapult. We get a pain split off of Glastrier on Dusclops. Okay, this might allow Dusclops to survive a little bit longer here. And we've got a big Max Hailstorm onto Clefairy. That'll take the Clefairy out. And now we're starting to see that snowball effect that we really have been needing to see.
And here we are.
From Glastrier.
We see our first horse boost right now.
Chilling Neigh.
Okay.
There we go.
That was a very good play with pain splitting onto the horse. Because this isn't going to kill. You have Reflect Up and everything.
And now you've got the Reflect Up, and Dusclops is still very much alive. Getting a little buffed by the hail. Another Phantom Force might take it out, but you're still in that. Oh, no, the Trick Room is just up.
All right,
and you've got to do something to be able to take out the Dusclops. I mean, maybe you can hit Dragon Darts on here. I'm not quite sure. I'm not positive.
You can also you might want to see if you can run away with a Beast Boost yourself. To like knocking out the Dusclops. It's gonna be a tall order though, because they're still behind screens. And based on how that Reggie Lucky died in one hit, it's probably Light Clay.
And Dusclops is a bulky boy. So we've got Cortana coming in on the other side, Dragapult. These guys definitely are taking advantage of the fact that Trick Room is over. Dragon Darts coming out of the Dragapult, coming into Dusclops. It is not enough to take it out. And it does only shivers on Glastrier. So
oh no.
Definitely disappointing to see. And Cortana coming in with the Leaf Blade on Dusclops. It does enough to take it out.
Okay.
So Dusclops goes down. No more Trick Room. Cortana gets a Beast Boost. And we see now just waiting for the Glastrier coming in with a Max Knuckle. That's got to be coming on to Cortana. And that will take it all the way down to a Focus Sash, which is not going to last in that brutal hail.
I mean, right now.
Oh wait, Steel type, right? Is it that's still?
No.
Nope. Yeah, only Ice types.
But right now we saw Glastrier say, "Okay, I'm not gonna get the horse boost. I'm making a horse boost."
Right.
And punched him.
Exactly.
So then they just got away with it. Right now,
Big Ice.
Yeah, Rotom is the only Pokemon left. Dragapult is scared of that giant horse that is at +2. I would be scared.
Right, you've got a +2 horse. A Rotom here. Now you've still got a mean Overheat that's going to hit first. And you've got a Tapu Fini over on the other side. I forgot that there's still Tapu Fini in the back there. So that's good to have. And that really puts that Rotom Heat in a very, very vulnerable position. So it looks like the momentum of this match has really, really shifted. And now it's Fevsi that's got the advantage. What do you think, Up Smash?
Oh, most certainly. Glastrier came in from the cold for this one. Because right now, Dragapult and Rotom, I doubt that they can take out that glass with the amount of bulk that Glastrier has. That's the one thing I remember is that Glastrier is like a crazy fat ice type. They don't have Light Screen up, but that might pose an issue for Fevsi. But I think that Fevsi may have it in the bag right here. It's still anyone's game though.
Right. Now you've still got Thunderbolt coming from Rotom. so you can still possibly take out the Fini. Dragapult's not really going to be able to do much of anything right here. Oh, and Rotom just protects. So you get a straight protect from Rotom. Dragapult going in for the Phantom Force. Vanishes instantly. Going to take out another turn of the Dynamax coming from last year. We get a Calm Mind from Fini, which is probably a very, very clutch play in this moment. I guess predicting the protect or predicting a nasty plot. Max Knuckle coming out of Glastrier right into that Rotom. Just going to say, no, I mean, not a Chilling Day boost? Fine, I'll take a Max Knuckle boost.
Yeah, that Fini smelled the Rotom's fear right there.
Right.
Because
does this shift the momentum any? Is this at a spot where Fevsi can take it again?
Maybe this could see something.
Yeah.
I think that Glastrier is still a very, very important role right now.
Yeah.
The Dragapult doing the Phantom Force, it was a very excellent play to get rid of his Dynamax.
Right.
But we can still see Glastrier. That's a plus like 4-3 Glastrier that we're staring down, and that thing's more than half health. I think it can. Right now, Glastrier is a thing out of control. It got mean.
I worry, especially in Fini now, is got a +2. So everything on Fevsi's side is absolutely loaded with bonuses, and honestly, Rotom is the only thing that really takes out anything on the opponent's side. Dragapult is really just a dead weight at this point.
It's just
we get a Phantom Force out of Dragapult, gonna take Fini down to a little bit under half health here. We see the Dragapult just barely going in there. Thunderbolt coming out of Rotom, and that is enough to take out Fini.
It didn't even need a crit though. Cool.
It didn't even need a crit.
And a big old
so we see
right
an Ice Spear coming into Rotom.
Oh god, this could be nasty.
Oh no.
This could get nasty.
That
was a two-hitter. All right, I'm into this now.
Oh man.
This is very interesting.
This is very, very close. Okay, so you have a Dragapult and Rotom on the other side here.
Okay.
And just Glastrier.
Phantom Force coming from Dragapult, and we should see something like a Rotom overheat. Maybe.
Yeah, you've got to think that he's gonna know that he's got to go for a Phantom Force here.
Yeah. Okay.
Glastrier protects.
Don't worry. The Dragapult.
Well, I guess if you're waiting out another turn of Hail there, that's probably a good call.
I do think that the Rotom is safety goggles. I would say.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, and Hail's gone. All right. I think that
that's true.
That maybe Glastrier's just delaying the inevitable. So let's just see what goes on. That Ice Spear 2 hit was a very that was very unlucky of the Glastrier.
Yeah, that could have really fended things off there for a second, but I don't know. The only bet here is a big miss. You get a Phantom Force coming out of Dragapult. That's going to take Glastrier down to the red, and Overheat's got to take this home. Overheat, we get that connected, and the first win goes to CondorNJ, taking out the legendary Fevsi.
That was a very good match. That was a very good first match. I really want to see.
Very good match.
Let's see what the other let's see what the next one has in store for us. That had a lot of shift of advantage in the first match.
Right? Yeah, I really thought for a second there that Fevsi had things moving, especially when you saw the big old Max Horse coming in there and starting to turn the tide for things. But I really think that Protect was actually a really bad call there at the end.
The Protect on the Glastrier?
Yeah.
I think that was more or less trying to just delay the inevitable. It was
yeah.
I mean, honestly, or maybe it was a miscalculation of Hail, and they were thinking that Rotom didn't have safety goggles.
Right.
Because that would actually explain a lot. But I'm very excited to see what the next one is.
Yeah, we'll see how the next one goes. I think that what do you think? What do you think that Fevsi needs to do to take out this Dragapult combo?
I don't know. Right now, I would say that Clefairy Dragapult is a very annoying combo to fight.
Yeah, Clefairy absolutely got the best of that last match. I mean, it was getting off, protects, helping hand. Everything that the Clefairy wanted to do, Clefairy was able to do.
Yeah, honestly, all the Pokemon on Condor's side did something.
Right.
Like Dragapult just chucked out max Phantasms, chipping everyone down. Then also like helping out with the getting rid of Trick Room turns,
Right.
and trying to finish off that Glastrier at the end.
Yeah.
Clefairy, I think though, was definitely the MVP of that match.
Oh yeah, 100%. Zeke Fox in there, Glastrier Snowball, Nexus Fluff. Clefairy is a really cute Pokemon. I hope Clefable gets added to Unite at some point. We saw that it was in
Yeah, I think it was in, like the files somewhere. So
the
there's still
files somewhere, but then it got deleted or something like that. There's something going on with Clefairy and Unite. Hopefully we'll see it come in there. But us two, Nexus Fluff. That Glastrier is going down, Zeke Fox. We shall see Dragapult again. Are we going to see the same? Oh, Kartana lead here.
Rotom was very good in that one.
Yeah, Rotom was very good, and Clefairy coming in that 4th slot. So very interesting picks here. A little bit of a mix-up here for Condor. But do you think we're going to see anything differently from Itachi's side?
We got
Fevsi's?
I think maybe they just fell prey to just bad RNG on the Icicle Spear. Because if the Icicle Spear went off, that story would be a whole lot different.
Right.
Because it would have knocked out the Rotom. Now Dragapult alone has to fight a +4 Glastrier. And I think we know what the end of that one is.
Yeah.
I do really like. I would like to say that Fevsi's Pain Split into into their own Glastrier was a very good play. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Because
that was a good. That saved Dusclops for a whole nother match, and that was able to really bring that on. So I was excited to see that. I think that was a really amazing play, honestly. To see, 100%.
All right, let's see. Let's go into.
Let's see if these
2.
leads change at all here. We've got Regieleki Dragapult and Dragapult Kartana. So both leads change. We've got all of the fast, the speedy boys are all here. So see how it works out. You think this is a big change for Fevsi? You think this is a good change for Fevsi?
Fevsi, yeah. I mean, this is a stark difference because Fevsi wanted to get that Trick Room off. I guess Fevsi just said, "Forget the Trick Room. I'm just gonna try and outspeed him. I can do it. It's cool."
I mean, if you can spam Electrowebs with Regieleki, then your Dragapult can absolutely win the Dynamax war for sure. So if you have something better planned in the back, I think that really ends up working out for you well. I mean, you could bring in Incineroar in the back here and easily swap this in for Regieleki, get a couple of Electrowebs off and make sure that Dragapult's slower than you, and then you could just sweep from there.
I think
you could do the same thing that he was doing to you.
I do think that Dragapult has Clear Body, so it shouldn't.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
But yeah, I do think that Incin could try and stop the snowball that Kartana's trying to go for. Because with the
100%,
and then it says, "Hey, idiot, I can just Flare Blitz you, easy peasy."
So looks like Fevsi said, "Look at me, I can max Dragapult too," and we've got a max Dragapult. I guess. Oh, is that Dragapult in the heavy ball?
I think I was in Moonball before, so this might be the cart.
This might be the Kartana. This
is
is the
really
Kartana.
cool.
Okay, so Kartana is coming on the other side for Condor, and we've got a Dragapult on Fevsi's side. So the max Dragapult has switched sides. Giant Origami Samurai coming in here. Regieleki coming in with the Reflect.
We're seeing the
Just trying to make sure everyone's
good speed
protected.
Good speed tie with the Dragapult. I wonder if we're gonna see a max Phantasm. Yes, we are.
And yeah,
that was a good
max Phantasm.
Oh
wow, that
great
was a
speed
very,
tie
very, very good call.
Crucial.
So speed tie over on that end, and that went on Condor's way to allow the max Phantasm out of there, allowing him to avoid that max Phantasm from the opposing Dragapult. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and also because they're both Dragapults, I wouldn't want to wager another speed tie on that too.
Yeah.
Like I would
for sure.
Like I would just probably lay into Kartana because with my luck, I'm probably max Phantasming into that into an empty spot again.
I'm curious. Did we ever see this Dragapult do anything other than Phantom Force? No, we saw Dragon Darts. That's right. So it's not Choice Scarf.
Nope. All right.
So there's a Volt Switch.
Breaking that sash that was shown through the last match. Let's see what we got in the back though. We have an Incineroar. That is a great Pokemon. Okay.
Oh yeah,
That'll
definitely a good one to bring in.
that'll be
Clear body
amazing.
on Dragapult, not going to lower its stats, but it is going to put a lot of pressure on that Kartana for sure.
All right, let's see. Okay, so Phantom Force goes into Pult. That's a good hit.
That's a
Uh-oh.
very good hit,
Uh-oh.
but
Oh,
it procced a
no.
weakness policy. So now we've got the return fire
Now
from that
that's a bad-
Dragapult
that's a big
on
bad
its way.
pull.
Max Phantasm coming out of Dragapult with a weakness
Oh,
policy
Fevsi did
boost
it.
and a trick Dragapult. Dragapult is 100% out of there. So the Dragapult that was so oppressive last game, all of a sudden eliminated by yet another Dragapult.
That thing got obliterated off the face of the earth. Okay, we see.
And we get a big Max Steel Spike coming out of Kartana into Dragapult, but that Intimidate buff really taking a toll on that Max Steel Spike. Of course, you're gonna raise that defense a little bit, but it really wasn't worth it in the long run. I don't think that I think the momentum now has really shifted yet again. What do you think, Up Smash?
Yeah, that Dragapult getting a weakness policy boost. I'm quaking in my my blob boots as we speak. Right now, as we can see, I think they're like trying to calculate all the situations because Incineroar kind of put the kibosh on Kartana's Dynamax. They're trying to get the best out of it with a Max Steel Spike. But I think
I'm surprised you don't see Clefairy coming out here, because you'd think that Kartana could use the time to get all those buffs back and use a little bit of the heat off of him while getting that Dragapult out of there. But I guess Rotom is what they're feeling at the moment.
Yep. Okay. I'm very eager to see what they do with that Rotom. Yeah. I guess they're trying to think of a really good strategy. This could be a good one.
Yeah, no, this is going to be really interesting. So Dragapult sitting there at less than 50% health. Incineroar sitting there with a fresh Fake Out, ready to be used. You know it's coming one way or the other. I guess Protect is going to be your best bet, I'm guessing, with Rotom here, especially with that. You got to think the Fake Out's coming. Protect coming off of Rotom, and we see it. Let's see, do we see the Fake Out from Incineroar? Max Phantasm coming off of Dragapult, so no Fake Out right into the Rotom, taking about a little bit over, a little bit, somewhere around 40% of the health there, in that ballpark, in that range. We see the defense falling again for Kartana. Not something it really needs right now, especially with that Intimidate buff taking off a lot of its attack. A big Max Knuckle coming into Incineroar, but not even doing somewhere around 25% of its health to take it out of there.
That Reflect certainly did a lot of help for it. Oh, and a nasty
a Flare Blitz into Kartana.
Oof.
That will take Kartana out. This Steel and Grass type does not like fire moves in any environment.
I mean, especially that Max Phantasm for overkill. That was that was a very good Max
for
Phantasm.
Sure.
Even if it hit the protecting Rotom, you still got to take it out next turn. So
right.
Why not just smack it?
And Incin does take a bit of recoil damage, but it's still in a great spot. It's in a great position to do what it needs to do. And the Protect off the Rotom, what a call. What a call with the Protect there. Max Dragapult coming down. No more Maxes, so this match will be determined on the ground. Looks like we're going to get a Helping Hand coming out of Clefairy here. Is that what I see coming?
I think we saw a Helping Hand.
Yeah, we'll see. It's going to be the first one up if that's the case.
But I'm expecting that Dragapult to be extremely nasty. I think there's a 4v1 right now. 4v2, and one of them's is a Clefairy, so that's not going to do much damage. So it's essentially Rotom versus the world.
Rotom versus the world, but Clefairy was a big support last time. We'll see if it can come through for Condor this time. Helping Hand going into our Rotom here. Dragapult's gonna hit the Phantom Force, so it vanishes instantly. And Rotom coming in with the Thunderbolt on Incineroar. That will be enough to take out the Incineroar.
All right.
So Incineroar goes down. Dragapult is vanished into the ether of the Shadow Realm. Clefairy still sitting strong. Regieleki here in the back. Just a little bit over around 25% health. Dragapult sitting about healthy at 50% here. And
I think that
you've
got Dragapult actually Phantom Force to railroad the Clefairy to follow me.
Yeah.
Because then it can't do much. I'm not sure. This is actually very interesting.
This is interesting. I don't know. We can't see how many Pokemon I think Fevsi has left here. but I think he might still have 3 if that's the case.
Yeah, that's 3.
Yeah, because he's about to switch into somebody else. So he's got someone else in the back here. So that's a healthy spot to be in. We know that we've already eliminated 2 on Condor's side. Dusclops
That's gonna be
here
a tough
with
one
the
to
Frisk.
crack.
We know he's got the pain split. That's just gonna make everything
that's gonna
tough for
erase
everybody. Rotom is out of there, and all that you are left with is nothing but a Clefairy with Helping Hand, Follow Me, and Moonblast. Moonblast is going to go into the Dragapult, and that should be
got one on the
enough
board,
to take
boys.
it out. So now it is the battle of the support mons. Dusclops and Support Lecky with Clefairy on the other side. The bulky Friend Guardian.
Okay, right. I mean, I do like how Clefairy got 1 on the board, but we gotta face the music right here. It's probably is gonna get bolted, and then
Oh yeah,
and like the Nightshade.
that's you got to think it's gonna happen. And I wonder what Lecky's running here. I don't know if it's running Volt Switch, or if it was me, I think this Lecky would be really great with a Volt Switch, Reflect, Light Screen, Electroweb. But nope, you're running Thunderbolt, so just in case you do need to do damage. All right, there it is.
All right,
There's tons of damage.
Can we see 2 on the board?
Moonblast is going to go into the Lecky, and that will take it out.
That's the stuff.
And let's see if the Nightshade will be enough to put this in. And so Fevsi squeaks by with 1 win here in a 1-to-1 match as we go to the best of 3. If you're a fan of ATX VGC and you got those Game 3 emotes, or if you got some Geek Life emotes and you just want to spam those a bunch of times for the Game 3, we got a Game 3 here, guys. Let's get stoked. Let's go.
All right. Freaking Clefairy right there was amazing.
Yeah.
There. I mean, it just took out 2 Pokemon. It took out a Dragapult and a Regieleki.
Clefairy is absolutely the MVP of this matches so far. Clefairy's gotten
MVP
everything
of all
done that it needed to get
time,
done. And when it wanted to start deleting things, it just started wiggling its little finger in the air and just moonblasting people out of the sky. So big pivot there for Fevsi, though, to really kind of get the momentum on his side. What do you think Fevsi's got to do this time to maintain that?
Oh God, I think that what is it? Clefairy being in the back really put the strain on him. For that. But I think that right now, Fevsi can see that the last Regieleki Dragapult combo worked, so he needs something to take care of that. Landorus probably won't be a good idea, especially with that Glastrier in there. So we're gonna have to see someone pull. We're gonna need to have Condor pull a rabbit out of his hat for this one.
Yeah, I think that Kartana, if I was Condor, I would leave Kartana back this time. Ensign taking it out was probably the biggest advantage that Fevsi got, and I think that they were able to capitalize it from there. But other than that, I think this team is really, really built to counter a lot of Fevsi's biggest offensive pressures. So, but it looks like we're still going to see it. A completely different combo here, coming in with Clefairy Landorus on Condor's side. Let's see what Fevsi comes in here to counter this.
All right. I'm very excited to see what happens. They each take a game off each other. Now it's getting personal. We have a Trick Room team that also likes to go fast, and we have a Rotom that can try and end it all for them. Okay. And
it seems that Dragapult Regieleki, the lead that won it last time, is the lead that's going to start it this time, and we see a Landorus with Intimidate and Rotom. So let's see how this starts off.
Trying to catch that Regieleki in its tracks. Oh yeah,
right.
Look at that. He immediately chose Earthquake. They're mad.
We got an Earthquake Nasty Plot combo here, and I think that this is going to be a fair assumption to go for. There's nothing that really Dragapult can do that's going to take out Landorus before that Earthquake goes off. There's absolutely nothing that Regieleki can do to Landorus. And there's nothing that it can do to really KO Rotom. So it's really just dependent upon what Regieleki's going to want to try to block with those screens. And then Dragapult, I mean, I really don't know what you do with Dragapult. I think your best move is probably to switch.
Let's see what he got.
But that's not what we're going to see. We're going to see, it looks like a Max.
Big Bag Pull?
Is this Max Lecky?
Yo?
Are we seeing Max Lecky here? No, it's Max Pult. Okay, so Max Bolt for Fevsi's side. Just your good old Dragapult in a regular Pokeball. Thought he was in a fancier ball, but he's not. Just a regular old Dragapult. You did it well for him in game 2, so why not try game 3? Rotom going for the Protect. And so we see Rotom protects itself. Regieleki going for the Reflect. And we see, of course, Dragapult is going to hit the Max Phantasm onto Landorus. And it is not going to KO, but it's going to take it way below, a little bit below 50% of its health and reduce its defense. So the next hit is going to be likely its last. Earthquake coming off. The Rotom is protected, but even if it wasn't protected, the Levitate would keep it safe. And almost takes out the Regieleki. Not doing too much on that Dragapult, though. Reflect really, really holding strong for Fevsi here. Who do you think got the best of that last turn up smash?
Right now, I mean, I know that Dynamax turn 1 isn't the best option, but this Dragapult is stacking on a lot of defense nerfs into Rotom, because what I'm expecting that Dragapult is trying to do is just Max Phantasm the other side, Max Phantasm the original slot. And then they're really, really chipped down. Regieleki can clean up. I think it might just have screens and Volt Switch Thunderbolt. Maybe Electro Web instead of Light Screen. I don't know.
But we've seen it clean up before. I mean, that's what happened for it last time, keeping it in the back and keeping a little bit of health on it. With those Thunderbolts being able to go out at that, 200 speed that it has, that crazy speed.
All right, Thunderbolt,
it's really nice. Rotom. Thunderbolt into Rotom.
Okay, and what do we got here?
And we see a Max Airstream coming from Dragapult into Landorus, which will take it out. So no more Landorus and a speed buff on both Dragapult and Lecky, meaning that even if you bring that Dragapult in the back, this Dragapult's still going to be faster. Rotom coming off with a nasty plot.
Yeah, any hope of...
So now a +2 Rotom sitting on the other side of this other combo. What do you think about this last turn?
Well, Fevsi decided to Max Airstream the Landorus just to have the other side abandon all hope to bring in their Dragapult, because they can just because they can snuff it out easy.
100%.
That speed control is extremely good for a Dragapult, because they don't want to suffer the same thing that they did last time with the Max Phantasm going to nothing.
100%.
Let's see what Condor has to take care of this big bad Bolt.
He's thinking about it. You
bring in the Clef?
I don't know. It's getting down to the timer.
All right.
So I guess this means that you max Rotom here? Is that what we're going to see?
I think that's what we're going to see.
We'll see. We'll see if that happens. It does have a nasty plot buff, so you might as well try to take advantage of the fact that it does have that +2, but it also has been collecting those Max Phantasm defense debuffs, and you don't want to have that hanging around on the field for sure.
Oh yeah, most certainly. Right now, I think Clefairy might help it out. Oh, don't Moonblast the Dragapult. Okay, good. Because of that, that made it burn before.
Oh yeah, that's right. It had the weakness policy. We've seen the weakness policy on it once before. So looks like we're gonna see a big very interesting play here. We're gonna see the Max coming out. Look at that. Is what ball is that?
I think it's a fastball.
No, that's not a fastball. Fastballs.
No. You think about the quick ball. The fastball is like a different one.
Huh.
Also, I realized that their Clefairy is in a friend ball. It's
very cool.
Cute. It's green and it says friend in it. That's really cool.
Very, very cute. Max Guard coming off of Rotom, something you probably wouldn't expect at this turn. And a Volt Switch coming off of Regieleki into Clefairy, doing about close to 50% damage, but still keeping Clefairy in the green where it wants to be. And we will see on the other side who switches in, who is going to catch this Moonblast. And it's going to be Dusclops. Okay. Dusclops coming in with the Frisk, finds the EV Light and the safety goggles on Rotom.
There we go.
And we see a Max Phantasm hitting right in to that Max Guard. Moonblast coming into Dusclops. Not doing too much damage here. Not even 25%. So now we've got a big Max Easy Bake over on Condor's side. Where do you think the momentum lies here, Up Smash?
Well, that Max Protect did a very good job for Rotom, because he wanted to eat up a hit from Dragapult just to take out all of that punch that Max Pult has. Now it either has to go for Dragon Darts, which is okay in this situation, because Clefairy is a fairy type.
But you're hitting into a fairy type, so it won't affect it at all. So you'd hit twice into Rotom, right?
Yeah. But only if it doesn't follow me. So, yeah. But like, the other option is Phantom Force or Fly. Now they're forcing Dragapult.
And so you at least know that you can attack the other slot. So that's what we see exactly here. Helping Hand into a Max Flare that goes into with the +2 nasty plot. That absolutely demolishes Dusclops as we see the Easy Bake Oven looking over its prey like a just daunting. Look at that! It's just a daunting, oppressive force. That would be a terror to see on the field, wouldn't you?
Oh my
Be
God,
terrified.
dude. I stood in front of an oven trying to bake cookies, and I'm like, dude, why would I? And there's damn, I feel bad about these cookies. These are like getting really bad.
Right.
But like, yeah, a sentient oven.
He is your sentient oven god, shaking his electrified oven mitts in your face.
Yeah, he's about to smack someone up. That Dragapult can actually be follow me away due to Clefairy. So right now,
that's true. I think this is a really, really strong position now for CondorNJ. You only have one turn of max left, but is the Dragapult and Lecky is pretty much all that you've got to worry about here, and that Dragapult I don't think can get through the Lecky I don't think is going to be able to get through the Clefairy. I think if you'd easy Max Flare into the Dragapult slot here, and just clean house from here.
Right now Dragapult is the big concern. It's kind of left itself open due to
and you still have Kartana in the back.
Yeah, you can deal with Regieleki later. I think Kartana has it protect, right? So
right.
Right now, Fevsi doesn't have their max anymore, so they can't really get past the Cart Sash. They have to deal with that.
Right.
So yeah, right now Easy Bake Oven is
so
going
we see
nutty.
a Protect on Clefairy.
Okay, let's see what happens.
That will see a Phantom Force from Dragapult onto Rotom. It does not KO. Thunderbolt from Regieleki going into Clefairy, but it is protected. Max Flare in the sun, +2 into Dragapult. Is it enough to take it out? It is enough to take it out.
Resisted. It's dead.
Does it not care if it is resisted? And we see now Regieleki standing alone with the ominous giant Easy Bake Oven in its face. Incineroar coming in on the back, definitely enjoying the sun being on the field. And definitely something that you're kind of concerned about if your only Pokemon in the back is Kartana, right?
Right. So right now this Clefairy is in a pretty nasty position. It already used Protect last turn, so it can't really try and defend another Fake Out.
Right.
Right now I completely forgot about Friend Guard with Clefairy that made it so that Dragapult can stomach that Rotom can stomach the Dragapult's Phantom Forces easier. So this is actually very interesting. What can happen?
This is a very interesting position to be in here, especially with
a Fake Out into a Rotom and then Regieleki to smack Clefairy a little bit.
Yeah.
But as we can see, maybe Clefairy's lust for blood hasn't ceased from the last game. Let's see what happens.
Right. Okay, we'll see. We do the Fake Out coming from Incineroar into Rotom, and then big Thunderbolt out of Regieleki. That is going to take out Clefairy, a big contender in this game. And Kartana with a Focus Sash in the back, coming in right here at the end. This is what it comes down to. It's Kartana, down to 2 Mons on each side, both kind of at the same position health-wise for the most part.
It's time to have that Focus Sash count with Kartana. You have to get some play out of it.
Right.
Because Incin could probably fight. Yeah, it's gonna probably eat up Rotom. Probably eat up Kartana. If it gets a burn, it's even worse. But right now, I'm thinking that Regieleki's gonna Thunderbolt into Kartana. Rotom's Incin's gonna try and blitz. Probably Rotom. I think I could see a kill range from that.
The speed tiers, everything is very evened out right now in this position. I mean, this is kind of the pivotal. This is like the third and inches position, to be in. or fourth and inches kind of position to be in. And then Regieleki coming in with the Thunderbolt.
A nasty Thunderbolt.
Kartana
right
is going to knock it all the way down. It looks like probably to its Focus Sash. I'm not quite sure. It's right behind you. So, yep, down to its Focus Sash. Leaf Blade coming in for Kartana. It's going to take out the Regieleki, which puts it in a great position here. Beast Boost coming in for Kartana, making that attack just a slightly higher. Thunderbolt coming in for Rotom onto Incineroar, and that does well more than 50%. Flare Blitz coming in from that Incineroar onto Rotom. It'll take it all the way out, but now you have Kartana with 1 HP and an Incineroar with a lot less and a lot slower Incineroar.
I think this is the end for Incin.
I think this is the end for Incin as well. I think all you got to do here is hit a Sacred Sword. Yep, you got a Sacred Sword, super effective against Incineroar. You know you're faster. There's nothing they can do to stop this. And I think that wraps it up for, oh, okay, well, yep, there we go. And that will wrap it up for that match. Congratulations to CondorNJ for that victory. What a match. Let's talk about that one. Up smash.
Oh, certainly. That was a very good match right there.
That was an incredible match. I mean, MVP goes to Clefairy there. Absolutely getting done everything that it wanted to get done. Every single time it was thrown out there. I mean, there was very, very few times where Clefairy was handled effectively. And I think that's honestly how Condor won this match. What do you think?
Clefairy, yeah, that was a very good Pokemon that did the background of all the setup and everything. But that Rotom just pile drivered right into that right into Fevsi's team. A very good Rotom play right there.
The maxing Rotom on that last game match, absolutely fantastic. Nothing but chef's kiss. That was a great play.
Yeah, I would say game 1 MVP was Clef. Game 2 was the opponent's Dragapult, and then game 3 was Rotom.
Right.
Would you agree?
Yeah, no, I think game 3 is no, I would absolutely, I would 100%. Game 1 is Clef. Game 2 is Fevsi's Dragapult, being the non-shiny Dragapult, the Dragapult that wasn't in any fancy balls or anything, just a regular old Pokeball, just going out there and absolutely knocking house, absolutely clean house there. I do think, I think that the Regieleki on Fevsi's side as well, very, very underrated in that second match, coming in for some of those last little like put in KOs. Those were very, very crucial. And so I think that those were really allowed it to stay on there too. So it's hard. It's a hard pick between those two, but I would have to give it to probably Fevsi's Dragapult. And definitely there at the end, that Rotom, that max guard was absolutely critical. Then after that, being able to clean house. And honestly, I mean, Fevsi, the Dragapult acted very Dragapult. Like almost every single time you saw it going for a Phantom Force, and it was predictably so. When you know that that's happening like that, then you can also target the other side and kind of make a strategy around that. And I mean, CondorNJ was able to work around it.
Yeah, both Dragapults started throwing out Max Phantasms, and then when Condor's Dragapult was in Trick Room, it just started going into Phantom Force time. Because if it didn't die, it's going to eat up a hit. It's going to eat up a turn of your Trick Room. And we all know that that Glastrier relies off that Trick Room to be crazy good.
Yep. 100%. 100%. Okay, well, that will bring us to my favorite segment of the week. It is time for our top 5 plays of the week. And I'm going to start us off with number 5 with a clip from Nexus Fluff. Up smash. Take us there.
There we are.
And number 5 this week, Nexus Fluff on Twitter pops that Blissey to the 9th degree in Unite, taunting every other Mon on the field before being the beefy, crushing healer that she is, and finishing it off here. You got to see this. Watch as it come out of the bushes here. You have a big situation. You get 4 Mons over here on one guy, right? Oh, not today. I am Blissey.
Slap.
Take out 3 of them at once if you can, and that is how you be an effective healer.
Dude,
we put Blissey lower in on the tier for Unite, but this is how you play Blissey. Am I right, Up Smash?
Oh my god, that was the fattest slap I've seen in my life.
Right?
Lordy Lou, look at this thing. The Blissey's like trying to, okay, I might not as well go. Oh wait, my dragon is here.
I don't know. It's being bashful too. It's like hiding in the bushes. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. And then bap. Boom, right there.
Oh my
right,
God.
clapped them right when they needed to. Serena also doing a lot of work here. Dragonite doing a lot of work here. I mean, the team synergy really, really worked together, but
You
wow,
absolutely know.
absolutely amazing Blissey play. Love to see Blissey make the highlight reel, right?
Oh, most certainly. And one thing's for certain, you know that they had the freaking that they got the Dreadnought after that. After that, that triple kill into a goal break. That's the.
Oh yeah, and you can see the clock right there on the second. So like right as you get that last kill, you're at 3 seconds to Dreadnought. Yeah, and the whole rest of the team is moving down there. Yeah, you've got Dreadnought.
At that point,
you've got that pretty much on lock.
Hit the showers. Like there's nothing they can do about them getting Dreadnought. Especially
100%.
Especially with the Blissey and a Serena on deck. My God.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah. 100%. What do we got for number 4 up Smash?
All right, so we got number 4. We got the Pickley in here, facing off a Dustclops with a Tornogre team. Let's see what we got over here. That Ho-Oh doesn't look good. Oh, it runs away. All right, let's see what we got here. A Kyurem White we see.
Kyurem coming in. Yeah.
All right, and let's see what we got here. A taunt into Dustclops. Okay, so no more Trick Room, boys.
Not happening.
The fattest water spout you've seen in your life.
Big old water spout.
Oh my God.
Oh, taking out the Dustclops.
Slaughtered it. Oh my God.
It took out the Dustclops.
No,
was that full health Dustclops?
That was a full health Dustclops. Not only the taunt here, it doesn't need to go in.
Wow, that is absolutely incredible. You got Venusaur in the back to worry about now, but I mean, you got that whole water spout there. That was absolutely incredible. Well, I guess you could probably you don't have to worry about Venusaur because you can Ice Beam Tailwind right here, right?
Yeah,
you're in a great spot to do that.
All right, cool.
Yeah, big play from Pickley here. I mean, anytime you take out a Dustclops from full health, that is absolutely substantial. And you know that she wasn't expecting to, because she wouldn't have taunted the Dustclops if she thought that she was going to take it out.
Yeah.
So what a play there. Snaps to Pickley.
Yeah. She's like, oh God, no.
Right. She's like, what? How did that happen? Look at that. Eyes so wide. 100%. 100%. Way to go, Pickley. Great job there. Great plays. GG's. Love to see it happen. Eyes so wide. Wide Michael coming in here with that eyes so wide. Finger guns.
Oh my God. Nice.
All right, I've got number 3, and number 3 is another one we got from Twitter. Wannabe Ninja Kev on Twitter. Why does his entire team die in front of him in Unite in what feels like slow motion? But then, like the great Cinderace samurai that he is, avenges their death. Let's watch. Let's see it happen.
Lord. Okay, Roden being the best
whole team dies. There it is. There's Serena, and clapped. Okay, thank you very much. I will score the rest of those points. Done deal.
Is that cherry on top on that one too?
Absolutely love to see it happen. Yeah, just watching the entire team die. And you can see you're pretty high ahead here with Cinderace. You got other members on your team that are still a War Turtle, but what, 3 other players go in there, and you're helping. Like, it's not like you weren't helping, but boom.
God, yep.
Clean up Serena, clean up Gardevoir, and oh man, move on in. Dunk the 50 points. Right after Rotom goes in too. Yeah, what a clean play. What do you think about that up smash?
Machamp died instantly. Right now Rotom is being the best teammate known to man. Throwing in ult from downtown that's probably aimed towards the Guardy, because it's at 1 health. Then I wrote him in Cindy tag team just to take him out. That'll do it. And then you get the Dreadnought showing yeah, it's already bad for you, and it's about to get way worse.
Yeah. The Flame Charge Blaze Kick. This is the exact opposite of what I run these days. So very interesting. Very interesting to see other Cinderace comps viable. And being used very effectively here. I mean, wow, it really worked out. Both Blaze Kick, both Flame Charge used for some really clutch moves here. So congratulations to Wannabe Ninja Kev on Twitter. Who we got coming in at number 2 this week, Up Smash?
All right, we have the own WD Michael right in here with a big bad Charizard. Let's see what it does. We got it swapped out of a, what is it called? Instant into Zacian. Wide is popping off. yeah. There's a Colossal on the other side. No, there's no way in hell that Dragonite. I mean that
So the
Charizard
big
wants
hype
none of
for this one is this is against Cybertron VGC. Like this is a big deal.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
All
a
right.
big deal player here. We've got Colossal going big on the other side, so you're definitely scared for your Charizard, 100%. You got your Mimikyu here, but it's the Incin that switched out for the Zacian that made him super excited because this Wildfire here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Look at him
Absolutely
go.
cleaning house.
Oh my god, that was a great play right there. A max Wildfire into an Instant is the last thing that they expect. Especially when there's two fire types. They don't there's no way that they can eat there's no way that they can have the what is it called? They're not gonna waste their Wildfire turns on that. No.
Right.
Wide smells their fear.
There you go. Calls the Zacian switch in, and what a time for the Zacian switch in. And I think that that Wide still ended up losing this match in the long run, but this was still a really great play in that. And anytime you make a big play against a big giant, a competitive Pokemon player that people know and love, like Cybertron VGC. Shout out to Cybertron VGC. You do a lot of great, amazing content, but you are absolutely the Goliath in this David and Goliath scenario. You love to see the play where David gets the shot in, right?
Oh, most certainly. I also do have to love Cybertron. Always with a nightly video right before I go to bed, before I slip into unconsciousness. Dude's got really good content. I do gotta declare.
Yep.
All right.
And number one this week is a very, very interesting one coming from Zeke the Floofy Fox at Zeke Fox Streams on Twitter in Unite, being an extra greedy Greedent with this Greedent, taking a last-minute 100-point save on the line in a 2v1 scenario. This defense was played so strongly by the other team, but able to still get in that point with just a sliver of health left and still gets out of there. This is the most amazing Greedent play that I've ever seen here. Look at the boy go. No one can stop him. No one can stop him.
That cover takes you out of
No.
Dude,
You see the Articuno points, you gotta score it. They're saying, no sir, not today. You're not gonna get it. But no, you got the telekinesis holding him back. No sir, but with one little puff sliver of health here. But Champ, coming in with the close combat, not enough, and still makes it out of there with the love and support of the berries.
Green too fat.
And it looks like Zeke Fox KO'd the Articuno too. So this comes from after KOing the Articuno. You have your hands still fresh with Articuno blood going for this goal. And you've got a Machamp and a Slowbro stopping you with everything that they can. You still are managed to score the points. You say fuck you to Charizard. You say fuck you to Dragonite on the way over. And you still make it out alive. What an amazing play, and what a play of the week by Zeke Fox. Snaps all around. Shout out.
Good one.
That is a great one. That is a great one. Everybody, please go follow Zeke Fox, WD Michael, Aaron Cybertron Zhang, Wannabe Ninja Kev, The Pickley, and Nexus Fluff. They're all great guys. Great people sharing out all their stuff on Twitter for us to grab, us to shout out, and us to talk about. And so we can talk to you about nasty Greedent plays like this. Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Dude, someone
wow.
called Health Inspector. That was filthy as hell.
That was filthy.
Christ.
Absolutely filthy. Zeke Fox streams regularly, so go check their shit out. They probably got a lot of cool stuff, especially if they're playing plays like this. But yeah, that's it. Big shout out to, again, Zeke Fox, WD Michael, Pickley, Wannabe Ninja Kev, Fevsi, CondorNJ, Nino Pokebros, everybody that we talked about here on stream tonight. War Siren, thank you for hanging out with us. Savage Patch Kid, Littlest Nelly. Let's see here. Geeklife, of course. Caperdoodle, think you were here earlier. Nexus Fluff, all you guys. Quarleen Hinzel.
That was amazing. Those were great. That was a really good top 5 right there.
Absolutely fantastic top 5, guys. Really, really fantastic top 5. Fantastic best of 3, right? We actually had a best of 3 this time. That was a really, really good one. But that will about do it for our show this week, guys. That'll wrap it out for this episode. Again, big shout out to everybody that was here. War Siren, WD Michael, Littlest Nelly, Wannabe Ninja Kev, all you guys. Zeke Fox, that can't give you guys enough love. I'd like to remind our viewers that if you like what you see or hear on the show tonight, whether it's on Twitch or YouTube, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all of the things, turn on the notifications, do all of that. If you want more of me, you can find me at Roosebane on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok. And you can also find me here on Geek Life Live this Sunday for our season finale of Geek Life Live. Definitely want to check that one out. And Upsmash, where can they find you?
Well, they can find me on Twitter at UpsmashTV, Twitch at UpsmashTV, and also YouTube at, guess what, youtube.com/UpsmashTV.
There you go. Big shout out to our moderator in chat, Littlest Nelly. And of course, big shout out to the pink blob behind the curtain, who's also in front of the curtain this week, producer Upsmash. Thank you very much. You can find a link to his content in the description on YouTube and right here in chat if you are chilling with us here on Twitch. But yeah, you got anything else, Upsmash?
No, I should go off and try and, calm myself over all this excitement that I had. Jeez.
Right.
There was a lot of events.
A lot of events, a lot of stuff to talk about. And honestly, a fantastic stream. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We really, really appreciate it. But yeah, that's all, folks. We'll catch you guys in 2 weeks for episode 9. And yeah, we'll see you then.
Thank you, everyone.
Peace. Till next time.
Oh, wait, that's be right back.
Yeah, the be right back is
All right, my
not
bad.
the way we wanted. We're ending. Yeah, we're
Are we ending?
actually going down. And this is a hot mic, isn't it? This
Yeah,
is
it's
still
still a hot mic.
Yeah, because we like to do the hot mic at the end. 'Cause the hot
All
mic's
right.
fun. So we find who we're gonna find. I think I have a friend that we can do if he's still streaming.
We have Quiver.
If he's still streaming, we've got Quiver.